benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, God Source, humbly come to you today and just say thank you. I just ask that you put an invisibility, shielding, and cloaking on this live so that no negative energy can come through. And I ask, please, that you move through me, make me a messenger for the divine, nothing more, nothing less. I like to channel from source frequency itself. And let it please be kind, palatable, and easy to understand, and beneficial to those watching. Amora, Ashe Namaste, by the power of three, Samadhi always works, always a blessing. Hi. People are coming in now. The chat hasn't caught up yet, but hi guys. I was just saying my little prayers. Hey Shayna, how you doing? What's up guys? So, I am away, obviously. I'm traveling. Hi, Nicole. What's up? Hi, Shay. You just got your kiddos down. Nice. Hi, Sasha. Just opened your package and you're obsessed. Thank you. Yay. I'm so happy. Good. Hi. Hey, Lizzie. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Good. I'm glad you're getting better. Good, good, good. Hi, baby Pico. Every time I have a hard week, you do a live and it makes me so happy. Yay, I'm sorry you had a hard week. Not much, really happy. Just got my septum pierced and my mom hates it, but I love it. That's okay. I think I'm actually gonna get a chair so I can sit closer. So, you guys, for the first time in like a year, all of 2022, I'm relaxing. And I'm not relaxing because I'm sick and I have no choice to be relaxing. I'm relaxing because I want to relax and it feels good to relax. I mean, my shoulder is fucked up. I got some sort of fucked up Charlie horse happening back here. But other than that, I'm good. I'm healthy. I feel happy and I'm just relaxing. It's such a strange but wonderful feeling. I went from blonde to red and it was so freeing. Yeah, I'm red and blonde now too. I got my money strip and then the red. Feels good to do what you want for real. Yeah, I mean, I think I lost myself a little bit because, you know, I love spirituality and it's a part of who I am, but it's also my job. And like being here has really made me reflect on things, and it's been a really difficult year. Like there's been a lot of really extreme outside circumstances that I've experienced with family or loved ones that have really destroyed me. And on top of it, I'm always touching all of your guys' energy. Not that that's a problem, it's just like I'm one person wielding all of your energy, and a lot of you, like I'm healing you guys and I'm doing your past life readings and I'm doing your current life readings and I'm just touching your energy all the time. And I've been sick and unhappy all year, and I feel like it's because I've lost myself, because I haven't actually taken, I realized on this trip, I haven't taken any time to heal me. Yes, I'll do a spell for myself here and there, but I haven't taken the time I need to really, just like I said, relax and meditate. And it's like I fell out of love with myself. Hide user from channel. It's just a sex bot commenting in here. But it's like I fell out of love with myself, I feel like, because it was like all my external circumstances for love. Like, it's not that I wasn't getting what I need for my family and stuff. It's just like we were focused on other things. And we weren't really having fun as a family or like loving as a family, you know, like we were focused on stress. And then like my romantic life took a really horrible turn this year, and when I look back on it, it was horrible anyway. Like, it just got a lot worse. It was not good. And while I've been out here, I've kind of realized that, like, the root of all my problems is no matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, no matter how much I work, no matter how much I give, no matter how nice I am to everyone else, it's never enough for myself. And, like, my standards for myself are really unfair. And I realized this because when I was flying, I literally woke up at 3 a.m. to go park my car. Everything went perfectly. Like, I've been having a little bit of car troubles back home. Life has been like mundane and sad, if I'm being honest, and stressful and painful. And it's been hard, if I'm being really honest. And so I was like a little nervous, but my car worked just fine. And I got there and I parked it. Shuttle picked me right up, got my baggage right through, got right through TSA. Flight took off on time. Landed, best Uber driver ever, dropped my suitcase off, went and laid on the beach and like went with the flow, killing time until I could check in. So I got here at like 9 and then I had to wait until 3 to check in. So I'm just going with the flow and doing my thing. And then I got in here and like this place was so beautiful and it was overwhelming, and I went back out on the beach and I made one mistake in that whole day. I made one mistake. I bought a coconut because it was delicious. And I was drinking out of the coconut and I left it on the beach. And then I came back and I was like, dude, that was so stupid. Like, anybody could put anything in my coconut, and like, I'm here, you know, like, there's nobody watching my back, like, when I walk away from something. So it's like, I started going in on myself and having like panic attack and anxiety, and was calling myself, in my head, obviously, all these horrible names and stuff. And then it just made me realize that, like, I'm so mean. Like, I am so mean to myself. I never give myself a break. And I never really appreciate myself. No matter what I do, it's never enough. And this is the way that, like, my romantic partners have been treating me. And then I wonder why. It's because it's literally how I treat myself. And, you know, this place is the nicest place I've ever stayed in. Ever in my life. I'm so happy here. I feel at peace. Like, by far the best Airbnb I've ever stayed in my life. Every time I book one, they seem to be very disappointing, where it's like they make a lot of promises or act like they're a certain way, and then I get there and it's like small and unclean and like smells moldy, and it's like way too expensive for what you're actually getting. And so my standards have been so low. So when I came to this one, I had like no expectations, and I walked in and I was blown away. It was so clean, beautiful. It's literally the nicest place I've ever stayed in my life. And I just started bawling because I like was having some imposter syndrome, because I was feeling like an idiot, for one, because of the coconut, and then I like had to talk myself down and be like, no, like, you did so good today. You made one mistake. Like, humans make mistakes. That's what they do. And I think I'm just not used to being so human and so dense, or it's been a long time since I've been this dense. I don't really know. I have no idea. But then, you know, I was having this imposter syndrome, so I was like, it's just crazy. It's like, there was a trigger warning. There was a time in my life when I was couch hopping. Nobody wanted me around. Nobody liked me. I really was just a sad, depressed shell of a person, and all this physical pain after the car accident that almost killed me, and then getting my ass beat right after by a psycho. Like, nobody liked me. Nobody wanted me around. I was miserable. I was sad. I didn't like me. And I was couch hopping, like I said, because I couldn't work, so I was in so much pain mentally, emotionally, and physically. And it's just like one of those moments where it's like, damn, like it's like that feeling of like, I don't deserve this, but then it's like remembering, like, why do I deserve this over someone else or whatever? And it's just like remembering every fucking ounce of work, time, dedication that I've poured into myself, like, over the years. And like, I literally went from like this homeless girl that had nothing and no one, and whose family disowned them, and all their friends started to hate them, and I had no one and nothing, and I just wanted to die. Like, I really just wanted to die. And I was very suicidal, and it's like, looking at this now, it's just like, I'm so grateful and I'm so humble, because I know what it's like to like not have a bed and not have a dresser and not even have like a closet to hang your clothes up in, like to have nothing. And I still remember when I moved into the first group home I went in after, because I was homeless twice, because I fucked up twice. When I moved into the first group home, I remember being so excited to have hangers, and now I'm in this like gorgeous like Airbnb mansion-y thing right on the beach, and it just felt like I didn't deserve it. And I had to remind myself, like, I called up my good friend Sam, and I was just like, you know, talking to her about it, and she was like, you have to remember that you earned this. Like, you earned this, and you worked really, really hard for it. And it's true. And it's just like processing all of that, and like realizing that because I've been just not putting any time and attention into myself, and putting all this time and attention into family and into a past lover who I'm no longer in any kind of contact with for good reason, and all this energy into my business and my work and my clients, I have completely neglected myself. And I feel like I've been in trauma mind, like in my trauma, like literally lizard brain. I feel like I've been in fight or flight since probably Christmas of 2021. And so I feel like I've just been like had all these like trauma hormones coursing. Yes, I've been burnt out. All these trauma hormones of like adrenaline and stress and pain and fear, and like just shit hitting the fan after thing after thing after thing all year. And let's be real, pretty much since 2020, I got my life fell apart from 2015 to 2018. I built it back together from 2018 to 2020, and I felt super solid and stable. And then 2020 hit, and I've still been growing and building my life back, but the stressors don't stop. And I know you all can relate to that, because the entire planet can relate to that. But 2022 has just been particularly hard, you know? And, yeah, just moving all this energy all the time, healing people all the time, doing all this heavy lifting with past lives, hearing the sad stories. Because, like, I love you guys, and yes, I'm a witch, but I'm pretty much a life coach. Like, I hear the sad stories, I hear the traumas, and if I don't hear them, I see them. So I'm just realizing I haven't been kind to myself. And so I'm just trying to take this trip to actually relax and just focus on me and give back to me and find myself. Because I feel like all the challenges this year, I've lost myself in them, and I've become so angry and bitter and sad. And I don't want to feel that way anymore. I just want to feel safe. And so I'm going to be not a workaholic anymore. I'm going to focus on myself and take care of myself and be kinder to myself. And I think I'm having a good start. I'm sorry to cry. It's just like really raw. It's good that you're getting all of this out. You definitely deserve this. Thank you. Yes, boundaries. Yes, please, you deserve it. Thank you. Yes, dude, it trips me out when I think about it too much. Definitely the hardest year. Oh, baby, you're still here. Hi, baby princess. You deserve this. Love you, Duchess. It does get so hard. We all feel you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here with me. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. It reminds me so much of myself. I was diagnosed with complex PTSD recently, which I didn't realize how much it feeds into negative self-talk and relationships and everything. That's exactly it, Shayna, is like our brains. I also have complex PTSD. My PTSD goes from age 2 to my entire life, and this year alone, 2021, I kicked off the year with accidentally almost dying from, accidentally overdosing on mushrooms and having to be hospitalized and literally almost dying, and I was so traumatized from that, still traumatized from that, and then just all these other traumas I've experienced this year. And it's like that part of your brain, if people who don't have trauma, they never access these certain parts of your brain that are necessary to, they only turn on when you're in a state of survival. And so then anytime your life mimics the state of survival that you were once in, like, now all those stress hormones come in your brain. And then too, I know these Charlie horses are from, because I kept fucking hitting my head, dude. Like, at my car accident, I got really bad whiplash, and then I got beat up really badly, like, less than 6 months later, and the girl was smashing my face into the ground, ripping my head around, so I had a double concussion. I was in bed for, like, at least 2 months with no lights on, chugging, like, a gallon of water, like, gallons of water a day, because I've never been more thirsty in my life than when I had those concussions, and I couldn't move for like 2 months. I had to have my meals brought to me. I could only get up to use the bathroom and lay back down. Like, I fucked myself up, and then these past couple weeks, I just kept hitting my head. It was horrible, because it's like once I did it once, my depth of perception, it was like it just kept happening. And then from there, my physical body like locks up because it remembers the trauma of the car accident and getting my ass beat. So now I'm like all fucked up from it, because it's like, oh my God, we're dying again. We're getting our ass beat again. We're flipping over in a car again. And I guess I just like, I've been being like really strong and I've just been being super divine masculine, and I'm feeling into the feminine, and it's a lot. It's not easy to be shamelessly like in your divine feminine energy. For me anyway, it's not easy. And so it's like, I'm recognizing like how hard I work, how much I do, how much I deserve, and how much I don't give myself what I need. But I give it to everyone else. And it's definitely a trauma thing. It's definitely a trauma thing. Hope to see that bubbly Nikki again one day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not just gonna be sad forever. Like, I'm glad I'm sad right now, actually, because I've been so angry. And, like, anger is a blanket emotion. And I didn't know why I was sad. And I didn't know why I was just bitter and upset and hurting all the time. I mean, I knew why, because I can list so much trauma from this year alone. But, like, the core reason is because I am not kind to myself. And I think when I start being kind to myself, all the other traumas will be easier to manage. You are the most worthy being of your own love. Never forget you are loved, and you are love. Thank you, Maddie. Why did you get attacked? Because I was at group therapy because of the car accident, and I was fresh out of an abusive relationship, and I met a girl there, and we were kind of together and like hooking up, and it was a really messy situation. It was like we both had boyfriends. Like, I had a different boyfriend. He was in the psych ward having a schizophrenic breakdown. Not to laugh. I laugh because if you've ever met someone with schizophrenia, you know. You just know. So it was like, he would say horrible things and do horrible things, and you gotta laugh because it's not him, you know? So, like, he was in this, and he was always nice to me when he was in his right mind. This was, like, a different boyfriend than I left the abusive guy for this guy. And then he went away, and then her boyfriend went away to, like, rehab or something, and both of our boyfriends were like, yeah, we don't care, because it was, like, we were two girls, and it was, like, yeah, as long as you're not cheating with another dude, basically. So we started hooking up. She was a Sagittarius. We started hooking up, and then she was actually in the program for addiction, and I was there for PTSD, and she started stealing my anti-anxiety meds and taking them out of my medicine bag, and like my Xanax, or like I was on Klonopin at one point. Like, they've had me on all sorts of crazy shit. They had me on benzos at one point. they don't know what to do with people with PTSD. There really needs to be better systems other than just here, take this pill. And I know there is, like, there's EMDR and there's a lot of other things, but they need to be more accessible and it needs to be more mainstream. Like, I didn't even hear about EMDR until several years into my healing journey. And I still haven't done it because it's not very accessible, but where I am in the world anyway. But so I confronted her about stealing my pills, and she, as an addict does, went off on me and was like, oh, all I'm ever gonna be is an addict, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, like, nobody else comes to my house that knows, because, like, she's, like, sleeping over my house and stuff, you know, because we're, like, hooking up, and she knows, she sees me take my meds, and I'm like, no one else comes to my house and, like, knows where it is, and I don't have any other friends who are addicts right now. It's gotta be you. And so because I called her out, she started screaming at me. We would take breaks between therapy and we would get to go outside on this, like, little lawn, and people would smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I never did, but I'd go out there for a break. She starts getting in my face and yelling at me and everything like that, and I'm like, fucking hit me. I'll never say that again. I was like, do it. If you want to hit me, fucking hit me, because I didn't think she would. I'll never say that again. All of a sudden, before I knew it, I had a forearm in my face, and I was going down, and she kicked the living shit out of me. She tried to rip out she, like, tried to fish hook me, and, like, I almost had to get a root canal. She tried to rip out, like, I don't know if she was trying to rip out my teeth or just hurt me. She just fought really dirty. She spit in my eyes. She bit me through my winter coat and broke skin through a winter coat. That's how psycho she was. She spit in my eyes. She tried to gouge out my eyes. She had, like, those long fake pointy nails, and it was literally like an action movie. I'm like, ugh! And I was so freaked out the whole time because she beat me up like I would beat up someone if they were trying to kidnap me, like a life or death, not like you said something rude, let's square up. Like, no, she beat me up. She fought so dirty. And I was, like, narrating the whole thing. I was like, you're gouging my eyes. I was like, your hands were in my mouth. Like, I just couldn't believe it was actually happening. She ripped out so much of my hair. She had my hair like this, like fucking handlebars, and was just smashing my face in the ground. So what I did was I had all these rings on my right hand, and so I made sure they were all facing out, and I just started bashing into her. I am not a violent person. I am not. Like, I'm sure you can tell. I started bashing her in the head with my rings. I had on, like, moonstone. They were all, like, like, aquamarine, like, big crystal rings. Fight me, bitch. I'll get you with my crystals. Like, I started beating the shit out of her with the crystal rings, and she's slowly, like, loosening her grip because I'm knocking that bitch silly, because if we fought, like civil human beings, I could have knocked her ass out. She was skinny as hell, but she had crazy strength. You know, it don't matter how big you are if you got crazy on your side. And so then as she loosened up, I, like, twisted this way because I was face down. And because I'm a dancer, I, like, got my leg up, like, by my face, and I, like, squished it between me and her, and I'll never forget. I was, like, squishing it. And then I put my shoe, my white Van, I put it right on that stupid bitch's face, right, like, literally, like, white Van to the face, like this, and I kicked that bitch off me. I kicked her. She was, like, flying through the air. She was like, oh, and she was like, ow, you hurt my nose. And I was like, bitch, you hurt my everything. And then she stands up and she's like, square up. And I'm going to stand up, and I'm like, I'm not fighting you anymore. And I'm going to stand up, and as I'm going to stand up, she pushes me back down and is, like, grabbing me again and smashing my head. And that's when my friend got, like, superhuman strength, came running around the corner, ripped her off my body. 3 people had to hold her off me. She was definitely possessed by something that just wanted me dead. 3 people had to rip her off of me. Also, I never straightened my hair, but I straightened my hair that day for some reason. And thank God, because she would have pulled out, like, chunks of hair. And I just remember rolling over and, like, seeing blood, and then, like, spitting and, like, spitting blood, and, like, my eyes were bleeding and my mouth was bleeding, and, like, I was going like this and all my hair was falling out. I remember just sitting on the ground like a rag doll, like this. Like, they brought me into the psychiatrist room to hide me from her, and I was just sitting there, like, with my legs out like this, like, just like mouth wide open, staring straight, just going like this. And the psychiatrist, English was his second language, and he's like, your eyes are bleeding, your mouth is bleeding. He's like, stop ripping out your hair. It was like a horror movie, and he's like, I can't, like, it was just like I couldn't fully explain it to him because there was like a language barrier, and there was like, it was just really fucked up. And the therapy place did not call the police. And then Sam, my friend Sam, she's such a ride or die. She went to take me to get ice cream after, and I puked everywhere. And she was like, I think you have a concussion. I think we need to go to the hospital. And when I got there, they were shocked and appalled. They could not believe that the police weren't called, but the therapy place did it because they didn't want me to sue. So they just swept it under the rug. But they were like, if it's okay with you, like, we need to call the police. And they were like dressing my wounds and like I knew, that's the other way I learned about pain meds, because I was in so much pain I couldn't think straight. But then they were like, please, like, just take these pain meds so you can give a statement to the police, because I couldn't even talk because I was in so much pain. And I took them, and I instantly could like think straight again, and I knew when it was time to stop taking the pain meds, because they didn't make me clear-headed anymore, they made me fucked up. And so it's like that I could see, like, there is that fine line between taking them because you need them, and then all of a sudden one day they start getting you fucked up when you suddenly don't need them anymore because your brain is different now, right? Because you're healing. And I can see how people get addicted to them. Like, for me, I didn't enjoy it. I was like, shit. Like, I didn't want to be fucked up, and then I stopped taking the pain meds, so I didn't need them, and I didn't want to take them anyway. They don't do well on my body, but yeah, that's the long story of why I got my ass beat. The one and only time I ever got my ass beat in my life was by a crazy person that was pissed because I broke things off with them and called them out on their addiction. I've had a lot of domestic relationships. I guess my yoni just makes people crazy. Thank you for saying you love my hair. It does sound like possession, right? Oh, that's neat. There is an app called EMDR Tapper. It's free, or a premium subscription is $49.99 a year. It's only on Apple right now until I can find a therapist that takes my insurance. That's what I'm using. That's amazing. Yeah, you should start wearing big rings so you can beat a bitch up. Yeah, it was terrifying. Fucking terrifying is right. I got 2 concussions in 2022. You're right about it being a bad year. Yeah. Holy shit, wow, always swept under the rug. How has it just been a bad year for the collective? If I'm being honest, it's a 6 year, and a lot of us have family problems. Like, a lot of us who are like awakening and light workers, we're usually like the black sheep of the family, because we came into this family because we had to break certain ancestral curses or bonds that are linked to this bloodline. And so that's why we were born into this family. And you know, it's a year of 6. 6 represents family and home. And so it's like, I think a lot of us had a hard year because like the bloodlines that we're in, like, it's like the curses are coming to the surface so that they can be lifted. But like, as we let them up to let them out, it's not like, it's not easy, and it hurts really bad. And next year is a 7-year cries, says Nicole. Next year is a 7-year, and that's going to be about health and literally what I'm learning right now, like how to relax, how to slow down, how to take care of yourself. That's what the 7 is about. So next year we're going to have to slow down or we're going to get sick. For a change, like, god damn. The palm trees are rubbing on my window. Thank you for saying my hair is adorable. I just wanted to say I love your videos. Such a big, beautiful personality. May God bless your gifts. Thank you. 2022 was the worst year of my life. LOL. Escaped human traffickers that drugged my food against my will and was homeless for a while. Beep boop. Oh my god. How'd you get trafficked? Jesus. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna send you some energy. That's the real fucking pandemic. Human and child trafficking. Had to sell my house 8 months after having a baby because of 2 years of stalking and harassment by my neighbors. They were scared. We were scared and we couldn't take it anymore. We moved to our new house in 3 days. Oh my god. Yeah, it's been a fucked up year, but I feel like it's been particularly fucked up for light workers and starseeds because they just want us dead. Because we're bringing in the new earth. Without us, we're paving the way. We're changing. We're making a difference. And without us, it doesn't fall into place, right? That's why they want us gone. That's why I only have 23 people notified about my video right now. These platforms, they hate me because I'm good. Because I'm light. May 2023 be a year of peace and rest. Amon Ra Ashe, so mote it be. Was actually homeless because of my family. Ugh, feel that. I'm in the year of the star now. I turned 28 in September, or 23. Beautiful. I love your readings, just booked. Yay! Thank you. I was hoping you were going to come on. It feels so much better now. Good, even though I just cried. They were Airbnb super hosts that trafficked you? What? Huh? What? Can you elaborate on that, please? All the divine feminines are coming into their power. Pluto goes into Aquarius next year until 2044. Aquarius was represented by a woman in the olden times and is traditionally a feminine sign. We're going through a major shift in humanity as a whole. The patriarchy will fall. Woman will come into power. But every time Pluto shifts signs, it's rough to say the least. I just got chills, Lizzie. I feel that. Oh man. Were you able to go to the police, Baby Pico? I'm not Baby Pico. Beep boop is similar to Baby Pico. I'm tripping right now. That's so freaky. What happened? I'm shocked. I'm shocked and disturbed. What the fuck? Maybe you can send me an email elaborating on that if you want, because I'm want to know the red flags to look out for. The police said they couldn't do anything unless I had proof of them drugging me or trying to sell me. So you escaped. Your body and your torture wasn't enough? I hope they're off Airbnb. Where was it, if you don't mind me asking? I know it happens all over the world, but I'll totally email you. I have the red flags point out. Sweet, and then I can post, I just got chills. I can post it on my community. I can post it on my community page, and then people can see that, the red flags to look out for. Exactly! Our Aram said, how in the hell are you supposed to get proof? Hi, Mandy. Thank you so much. I'm loving the hair color on you. Thank you. In New Hampshire, in an affluent suburban community, I've heard that actually a lot, that those rich communities, they do neighborhood trafficking, and that's how they keep it under the DL, because they're just doing it with the rich people within the community. Gonna record as you didn't know it was happening or something. Ugh. Yeah, gonna record. Do you mind while I just get some proof of this so I can go to the police out there? My sister's schizophrenic, and I definitely understand the need to laugh. The entities that are attached to her want me dead, but they cannot handle the unconditional love and acceptance. I agree. I feel that. Hey, Indigo. Nice to see you dropping in to send love. Love you too. Alright guys, let's talk about what I'll be doing for the full moon. I have some hand pours that I made. Actually, I have them in the dresser in front of me. Yo, I'm going, not that I can't wait, I can wait to hear that trafficking story, but I want that list of red flags. That will be great. Okay, so these are like hand poured candles that I made. I only do them when I'm traveling because they're a huge pain in my ass, but you can see there's like this sex one. Yes, I will be posting it in the community page. Then YouTube will hate me even more, which is so backwards. Shouldn't they give me an award for trying to help human trafficked, like people not get human trafficked? So fucked up. Like, I can see why the very religious people think it's the end times where it's like good will be evil and evil will be good, because that's pretty much the truth. So I've got these hand pours. Some of them are already full. I have about 9 left, I think, that are for sale up on my site. They're really nice. One is for like sex and bliss and joy and fun. And then the other one is for like abundance and hidden knowledge and like dragon energy and yeah, a bunch of good stuff like that. I've got some spiders and some spider webs that I made. There's some of these left. I have some female figures. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve them and anoint them. I brought my sex and date night potion, my starseed potion, and my money and magnetism potion. And yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know about that. We're going to be doing that under the full moon. And then also under the full moon, we will be doing a healing ritual with Saint Jude, the patron saint of lost causes. So I made these. These are also hand poured by me. This is my recipe for sickness. And so to make sure that, almost to kind of like kick off the year of 7, like 2023, with health and healing, I wanted to burn these. I have 4 of them that I made. All 4 of them have been baptized and blessed in the crossroads ceremony that we did in the cemetery. You can see it's got the penny under there. So I will be doing that ritual with these, and we'll be burning the hand pours and the sickness and healing candles for St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes. We'll be doing that on Wednesday, and then after I finish the ritual, I'm going to go out on the beach and I'm going to burn a petition for those of you who joined, who want a petition burn. You can buy a hand pour and a petition. You can buy a petition. You can buy just a hand pour, whatever you want. But I'm going to burn those petitions under the full moon. I'm going to dig a hole, burn them in the hole, and then bury the wax on top of it and seal it all with like ocean water as an offering to the full moon and to St. Jude, and just like a thank you and just a petition for like good health and healing and like love and peace and serenity and like all that good shit we've been talking about. So it's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's, the petition's super cheap. It's only like $14.44 for the petition. And then the candles are priced according to what they have inside them, what they're loaded with, the shape that they're in, and the purpose behind them. So I don't know, I don't know if I have any more penises. I had some phalluses that I made. They're super cute. They might have gotten bought up already though, but there's definitely some stuff still on there. And all of this is in the book now section of my website. And yeah, I'll be giving the link. Yeah, we'll do the live, and that'll be on Wednesday under the full moon. So we'll do that all together, and that'll be really nice. And that's what I wanted to talk about, other than everything else I've already talked about. Well, I think with schizophrenia, I just think that, I don't know if it's necessarily certain, like a certain energy or entity that attaches to it. I think it's just opportunistic parasites that see that someone's soul is suffering or maybe in and out of their body, and then they take advantage. And it's kind of like that with like dementia and Alzheimer's too, where it's like, you know, anything whenever your soul is, hey little peach tea, whenever your soul is leaving your body, it leaves space for other stuff to come in, and sometimes it's not good stuff. Be boop, you're funny. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to have money again so I can go ham sandwich all up in your shop. Hell yeah, be boop. Thank you. Damn, I wish I would have paid for this ritual instead of buying my healing supplies. I mean, you could even do both. Like if you buy a petition, you'll get the link to the working, you'll get the petition burn, and then you could do your own ritual, you know, with the healing supplies that you got. Kirstie Alley passed away. Oh, that's sad. Oh man. I was hearing that we were gonna see a lot of celebrities take sudden exit points. For the St. Jude work, is that a separate petition? No, it's all together. Like I want to do it, because you know, I wanted to do as little work as possible, and I am very grateful to St. Jude. I've been working with him since I was homeless and stuff, because I felt like a lost cause. And also, like, my grandpa wasn't doing, remember when I was like crying because like my grandpa wasn't doing so good at the beginning of the year? I went down here and I healed him. I went to where he lives, healed him, and worked with St. Jude, and he was so much better by the time I left. And so I feel like I want to give that energy to St. Jude because of all he helped me with through the year, and like just ask for like healing and a clean slate to like go into 2023. And then also I'm like grateful to like the beach and the sand and the water and the moon and like all the elements that I'm experiencing right now. So I wanted to just kind of combine it all and make it affordable, because I know that like it's a hard time. Like a lot of people can just afford to live right now. Thank you, Lizzie, for putting the link. Kirstie Alley's sister was my sophomore year biology teacher. They didn't get along. LOL. That's so random. Yeah, of course. You're welcome, Sasha. Thanks for always working with me, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna get going so I can go back to my relaxing, and I think I'm gonna do a little tour of the whole apartment so I can show you guys. I'm gonna do it like MTV Crib style, because it's like really nice, like I said. But yes, beep boop, send me that email please so I can put the red flags in the community section for everyone. I don't know if you hear this enough, but I'm proud of you. You have come so far and you're a bright light in this world. Thank you very much. That's really sweet. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. And if you told me when I was going through, I've said it a million times, but I mean it. If you told me when I was going through my darkest times and hours that I would have this moment in time right now that I have, where have a loving family, a loving following of 30,000 people loyal to me and the work that I do, that just like me and are kind to me. If you told me I'd have a successful business, that I'd be traveling, that I'd be staying in a place this nice, I would not have believed you. And it's just like a reminder not to give up. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up, because it's like I started working with Maria Padilla, the Pambagira, and it's like she came from the gutter. It's kind of like Cardi B, you know? As much as I'm not a huge fan of her, like I don't really like her energy that much, you can't deny she came from nothing. You know what I mean? Same with Madonna. Madonna was a prostitute when they found her, and then she turned into a star. It's like that story from rags to riches, and like Maria Padilla was that. She was like a very low-end prostitute that ended up being a princess. And so yeah, just working with that energy and trusting it and not giving up on yourself, and understanding that there's always an opportunity for a redemption arc. There's always an opportunity to make a small change, because the small changes lead to big changes, you know? All right. Oops. Sorry. Yes, good night. Manifesting everyone's night is protected and full of healing rest. Grateful for your content and for an effort. Missed ya. Glad we saw you. Me too. Stay safe and enjoy your night. Oops, I keep clicking these. Keep loving your hearts, everyone. We need it right now. Love you, Nikki. You have such an important part to play here. Shine bright. Thanks, you guys. I will stay safe. You guys stay safe too. Peace and love to you too. I love you guys. Okay. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.